Have you ever wondered how other people affect your purchasing decisions? For years, researchers have found multiple ways to understand how our consumption corresponding with people around us. In the Journal of Advertising, Lessig and Hart suggests that we are influenced by a reference group. A reference group includes individual or group conceived of having significant relevance upon an individual evaluations, aspirations, or behavior. They often serve as role models and inspirations. Marketers view reference group important because they influence how consumers interpret information and make purchasing decisions. There are three motivational influences of reference group: informational, utilitarian, and value-expressive influence. Firstly, informational influence occurs when an individual uses the behaviors and opinions of reference group members like experts, friends, family, and suppliers as potentially useful bits of information when making purchasing decisions. For example, when a person wants to buy a smartphone, he or she seeks guidance from a friend who is tech-savvy. Secondly, utilitarian influence, also known as normative influence, is a compliance of an individual with perceived expectations of others in order to achieve rewards or avoid punishment. For example, a person decides to follow the latest fashion trend to gain acceptance from friends. And lastly, value-expressive influence means occur when individuals have internalized the group values and norms. This means that an individual may purchase a product to demonstrate or enhance self-image to others. For example, a person may buy a Rolls-Royce car to show that he or she is wealthy or successful. Reference group, in fact, is considered to be one of the external influences that affect consumer behavior. The study of reference group has sparked our interest, so this video will show you about the research which has been conducted by interviewing students who living in Ho Chi Minh City, and the survey was open for 3 days, collecting 76 responses from adults from 18 to 30 years old. This video is brought to you by The Elements. In the survey, we have found out that informational influence had the most significant impact over three areas: accommodation, food and beverage, and tourism. Accommodation is also another area in hospitality where people are affected the most by informational influences. 77.63% of respondents agree or totally agree that they look for reviews on social media or ask for recommendation from friend and family where they would stay during the trips. On the other hand, F&B is least influenced by this factor, while only 62.28% of respondents search review before eating out.
Tại vì kiểu mình đi du lịch sẽ dành phần lớn thời gian tại khách sạn ấy. Thế nên là mình cần một cái không gian mà nó phù hợp với bản thân mình, kiểu nó phải sạch sẽ, nó phải tiện nghi các thứ.
This one has exerted the most significant impact on tourism because 63% of respondents agree that their destination choices are influenced by family and friends. However, in F&B, only 46.71% of respondents occur the same thing.
Nếu như gia đình và bạn bè đã từng có cái trải nghiệm ở cái chỗ đấy rồi thì mình sẽ nghe theo gia đình và bạn bè mình nhiều hơn là những review ở trên mạng.
Ranking at the final positions in our survey results, value expressive tends to have the least effect on consumer behavior in the three areas. The most influenced areas is tourism, as nearly 54% of respondents in the survey think their destination choices reflect and enhance self-image to others. However, only 33% of the respondents think that the accommodations choice do the same. To answer the question that we put at the beginning of the video, from the data we get, informational influence is the most influential in hospitality industry. Utilitarian influence and value-expressive influence also significantly affect consumer behavior in tourism. Although the reference group has some impact on food and beverage group, consumers just slightly change. So, what the marketeers should do to utilize the information you just found out? We recommend that marketeers and accommodation business should provide full and detailed information of their service, run promotions on social media and booking apps, also have good customer service to encourage and respond to the customer feedback. Moreover, for the hospitality industry in general, the marketeer should focus on the customer service in order to meet the demands of the customer, retain the customer, and also develop the quality of the service. And last but not least, thank you for watching.